Welcome to this week's edition of the Dakota Angler 2-Minute Fishing Report. Well, the colder weather has definitely helped the ice reports around the area. There still remains some isolated pockets of open water, especially up north due to the waterfall. But the biggest concern was this past week, we had the heavy snow across portions of southeast South Dakota, and that definitely impacted the ice conditions around the Sioux Falls area, let's say. And then with the storm this week, that has definitely impacted the drivable or walkable ice conditions up across the portions of north central and northeast South Dakota. No matter where you go, folks, again, caution is advised. I know there's been a lot of four-wheeler traffic out there, but now with the heavy wet snow, it's going to make it a little bit more difficult to use those four-wheelers without getting stuck, and also be aware of the slush pockets that may develop as a result out there as well. Really, the fishing reports have been pretty good. A lot more people are going out this past week. Up in the northeastern part of the state, the lakes that produce walleyes include Waubay, Bitter, Dry Lake by Clark, Blue Dog, Mina, Indian Springs, Goose, Hazelton. Also a few being reported at Clear, and then also North and South Rush. Then down across the southeastern part of the state, lakes included Thompson, 81 Ponds, Spirit. Also a Dry Lake by Willow Lake, Ponson, Whitewood, Henry, Clear Lake just north of Sioux Falls, and then also Scott Slough, and then also Twin. And remember, Twin is the trophy lake. Now, what have guys been doing to catch the walleyes around the area? A lot of guys have been using the Northland glass buckshot rattle spoons that are new this year, and a lot of people have really enjoyed them the past week or two. Other jigs included the Castmaster. The rattling Castmaster has been working well. And then also the Rapala Rip and Raps, and mainly the smaller sizes like the ultralights have also been producing a few walleyes at the same time this week. The perch bite and the crappie bite, the lakes that have been producing perch include Waubay, Bitter, Big Stone, Pius, Ponset, Dry Lake by Clark, as well as Willow Lake, and then also Thompson, Whitewood, and then also Lehrman Slough. The crappies mainly caught at Pickerel, Kempeska, a lot being caught at Henry and Thompson, and then also Whitewood. Now, what have been people using to catch the panfish? A lot of tungsten jigs. The Northland Tungsten Bloodworm and Mini Smelt have been working really well. They're already pre-rigged with plastics. Also, the Euro Tackle T-Flasher has been working well, a nice vertical spoon. And then also the Tutso by Custom Jigs and Spins. And basically what that is the tungsten ratzel. Other than that, really nothing too special. A lot of people are using live bait, small minnows, as well as waxworms and maggots. And we have white, red, and rainbow or multicolored maggots on hand here at the store. In this week's edition of Todd's Tackle Tips, we're going to talk about something pretty important when you're out there ice fishing, and that's staying warm. The way you can stay warm is with a heater. Obviously, with a shack, that's also going to help, but to keep really warm and comfortable is going to be with the heater. On days with this cold air coming in place, we're going to need those heaters more and more. And I want to talk about a couple of different companies. There are a number of different companies that are selling heaters out there that you can use for ice fishing, but also you need to keep in mind ones that you may want to use indoors, whether or not you're talking about when the power goes out or anything like that. And both of these companies, the heaters are safe to use indoors. Now, traditionally, a lot of people are used to Mr. Heater. Mr. Heater's been around for the 21 years that I've owned the store, and we continue to carry Mr. Heater still to this day. One of the older models is the Mr. Heater Cooker, and the nice thing about that is it uses the 1-pound tanks, but you can flip it upside down and have the heating surface facing up, and you can actually cook out on the ice. I have done it many times with my boys when they were younger. Also, you can use the traditional sunflower. A lot of people have used them, where the heater sits on top of a 20-pound propane bottle. And I should also mention that the Mr. Heater Cooker can also be converted to a larger propane tank as well. And then the past couple of years, they came out with something new, the Buddy Flex. A little bit more efficient, more effective. It covers a much larger area. A little bit more expensive, but again, a little bit safer because a lot of people got had issues with, let's say, flammable objects coming in contact with the heating surface, and so they went to the Buddy Flex. Now this year, Heat Hog is the talk of the heater market. We had them at the show, and we sold out in a day and a half, to say the least. A pallet and a half of heaters sold out that quick. The nice things about these Heat Hogs, there's 3 different versions. The smaller one, what they call the Little Piggy, it's about 4,000 BTU. Then the middle one's about 9,000 BTU, and then the larger one is 16,000 BTU. The other nice thing about these, again, is that the The 1 pound bottle, propane bottles, just like the Buddy Flex, is encased inside the unit. So it's going to keep that bottle warmer, and so it will allow it to use all of the propane in that bottle. The second nice thing about the Heat Hogs is that the heating surface is curved. And so it's not going to just shoot the heat out straight at you. It's going to cover a much larger area, much larger angle. So it's going to be more effective and warmer out there for you on the ice. The third thing that I really love about these Heat Hogs is that you can tilt the heating surface. In other words, it's not going to be shooting straight out at you. You can tilt it up. So you're not heating the surface of the ice. You're actually heating your body. So you can tilt it to the angle that you want it to be. So again, the Heat Hogs, again, have been very, very popular so far this year. And if you're looking for a great way to stay warm inside your shack or maybe even your home, if the power goes out, make sure you stop on by and take a look at both the Mr. Heater and the Heat Hog. But I can guarantee you're going to be impressed with the Heat Hog. Now it's time to take a look at a few photos that you sent in to me this past week. And as always, folks, if you'd like your photo included in next week's version of the 2-Minute Fishing Report, please send it to me. Send it to Todd at DakotaAngler.com or post it to our Facebook wall. Before we end this week's report, I want to remind you that if you have any questions concerning this report or the products that you've seen on it this week, don't hesitate to reach out to us. You can reach us through our website, through social media, or by calling it. Our store number is 605-336-9132. And remember, folks, if you're looking for that great Christmas gift for the ice fisherman or ice fisher lady in your family, we have it here right at Dakota Angler at 1120 East Benson Road. Well, folks, that's this week's version of the 2-Minute Fishing Report. For Dakota Angler, I'm the owner, Todd Heitkamp, and as we say around here, fish on! We'll see you next week, and again, thanks for watching. Stay healthy and stay safe.